a day or so, but just tired and had a lot to do. Finally got a chance to catch my breath, so just getting a fire going. Got my firewood down there and just gonna cook for me and my pup. Just relax for the rest of the day. I start work on Monday and I'm out of here tomorrow. My boss is cool as hell. I'm not gonna let that man down. He's gonna be happy with my work. Uh, but I wanted to update y'all on that and thank you for the ones that are faithful and watching my videos. It really helps, guys, when you watch all the way through. It helps the algorithm. And if you can give me a like, if you like to, I don't ask nobody to lie. I don't lie to nobody. But if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Say hi in the comments. Whatever. And if you like my vibe, subscribe. Like I always say. So I'm getting ready to heat up some chicken, and the mac and cheese is for me. Duchess mac and cheese has already been made, and I'm just chilling like a villain. If any of you watched my live, if any of what I said uh, has your curiosity peaking, or you know what I'm talking about, throw it down there. Say, hey, I know exactly what you're talking about, or tell us some more. If you like that kind of stuff, let me know. I can take you down some rabbit holes now. Stuff that'll make you lose sleep. You know, when you're actually camping out in the wilderness, cooking by a fire, cooking by fire, it's beautiful. When you have to do it because because you've got no other choice. But in a way, it's, don't get me wrong, I don't like the situation, but I like this. It brought me, if not all the way back down, but it brought me back to my roots. This is stuff that I grew up learning how to do, you know, uh, and I'm grateful for it. Had somebody comment yesterday, and the person meant well. I've got no hate, but they kind of had like a lone survivor kind of connotation to what they were saying. Like, okay, I believe there's a God in heaven, and you've got your right to believe whatever you want. That's what's great about America. But your beliefs and my beliefs might not align, but they're ours. I don't have the right to. I don't have the right to say this to you about what you believe and stuff like that. If you believe 1 + 1 is 3, that's your prerogative. Like I said, it's America. It's why this country is so beautiful. But I gotta figure out how to set this camera down so I can talk to you guys. Let's see how are we gonna do that. Let's do this. Let's do this. That way I don't have to hang up right away because this is starting to get annoying, to say the least. There we go. But the fella was kind of pointing at, and forgive me if you was the one that's sort of in the line of something like uh, it's basically us, our skill, our smarts or whatever, that's gonna get us through this. And I don't believe that. Yeah, there is some skill factor. I mean, not everybody can do this. There's people, and I'm not knocking it, but there's people that would run straight to a shelter. Thank God I don't have to. I chose not to do that. This was my journey, and I didn't feel like it was necessary or my right to burden anybody about it. Especially waste your tax dollars when it's not necessary. Some people need it. That's why it's there. Like I said, I'm not knocking it. But ultimately, God got me out of this. And I believe that. And it's not your right to tell me either way. Again, it's America. It's a beautiful country. That's why it's so beautiful. It's getting ready to be real beautiful. Just warming Dutch's food up for him. He's got some mac and cheese and chicken. It's his favorite. Okay, let me get his bowl, guys. Hold on 1 second. Ah, there we go. Oh, just get that right there. Right. There's a beautiful new world coming, guys. And I'm telling you, I know this sounds like some La La Land stuff, but you ought to really open your eyes and take a look around you. Start paying attention to things you usually don't. But we're getting ready to head into a beautiful new world. No longer can the world make fun of us conspiracy theorists. I'll be right back. There you go, Dad. Because for years we've been laughed at and scoffed uh, unjustly. And turns out the stuff we were squealing about was facts. This government, did you know that 90% of government is selected, not elected, and and probably about 70% of that number, they're bafflement worshipers. They're devil worshipers. Here's another tidbit you can take home and go down a rabbit hole with if you want. But research DUMBS. Look it up. It's an acronym. Deep underground military bases. There's millions of them. Not in just the United States. Around the world. You know missing kids every year, why we can't find them? Why you think? Check this out. You can prove this. Why do you think Trump early on in his first term spent something crazy to train our military to fight underground? We've been cleaning this sick network up. They kidnap kids. They use them for child sex slavery. They use them to, here's another one, they use them to make adrenochrome. And they use them to sacrifice to Satan. Better open your eyes. Remember what I kept saying the last live? My people perish for lack of knowledge. You better open your eyes. You better get out of that box that you built. God's not in that box, Christian. How can you fit the creator of the universe in a box? You can't. Okay. Oh, shit. Laundry. I know it wasn't a god awful long time to some of us, and I don't blame you. It's kind of something that's hard to relate to unless you've been through it and unless you're actually experiencing it. But although it's been roughly 2.5, 3 weeks since I've been out in a tent, And although I am an avid outdoorsman, I love being outside. I love camping. Heck, when I was younger and my dad was taking out camping, he wasn't. We wasn't bringing tents. Wasn't bringing lighters. Okay, where's the other? No. All you got to take with you was a knife, a way to sharpen your knife. Uh-oh. And a bedroll. The first year, because he started when we was young, the first year we learned a lot. The first year was the only year I've ever remembered that we was actually allowed to take a compass with us. After that, if you got lost and you skipped the first year, you wasn't paying attention, you was in trouble. You was in trouble. But I'm so thanking God that I'm out of here tomorrow. Because unless you've actually experienced it, or you're going through it, or uh, I don't think you can grasp the severity of the suckness of it. It sucked. It sucked. And I'm glad it was only 3 weeks. I'm thanking God it wasn't longer. This will mentally beat you down. I'm glad I'm not a lazy man. If I was a lazy man, it'd be over right now. Because you got beat. Anyways, these trains, I missed the cherished value of actually having solid walls, because you hear every bit of these damn trains. But you got to be on it. You until you've actually done this, you just cannot, probably not grasp the severity of how tired you are at the end of each day. My butt is worn out. This stuff was nice, and I'm glad I got the knowledge. I'm glad I know how to do this and how to get it done. But at 53 years of age, it's not fun no more. It's survival. It's because you got to. Uh, I think I'm gonna do it that way. Whew. This is the first time. This is the first time I've been warm in days. I've been chilled to the bone for a good 4 days now, probably 5. It's just been plumb cold at night. Yeah, the lowest it's been so far is the mid 40s, I think. But you lay down out in this weather when your adrenaline is not going, when you're not moving out around, and all you're doing is sleeping. That 45 degrees will kick your butt. So I think, I thank God that's over. Now I'm going to just make this day and go through it as if I was just spending my last day at camp. Try to make it mentally fun for myself. Okay, I'm gonna do this chicken, tear it apart. Should cool down enough. Dutch got his meal, this is mine. So, think I might head on off here and get some other stuff done and accomplished before tomorrow. I gotta get this stuff arranged in a way so I can just shoot it out this tent uh, and get to my hotel room. My new boss is awesome. You talk about the goodness of God. My new boss is awesome. Not knowing me from Adam, but gonna go the long distance for me. Thank you, sir. Just in case you're watching, you're not gonna be sorry. I even did laundry so I can be neat and tidy. I'll heat up some water and take a shower, take a bath here probably in a couple hours. Should be warm enough by then. Uh, and like I said, leave a comment, even if it's just to say hi. Give me a thumbs up. And if you like my vibe, subscribe. Redneck Patriot out.